My name is Ben Stewart from Grange Partners Estate Agents. Grange Partners is an estate agency. It was started in 2011. The initial plan was to put it online and make an online estate agency, but Northern Ireland being what it was didn't really take to the online side, so we just opened a front-facing office up here in Ballyhackamore and a sub-office up in Antrim. We operate throughout Northern Ireland. We don't turn any business away, as we can't afford to. It's funny, but our reception is actually based in Ballymoney. Whilst we work in Belfast, all our business is routed through there, and then our guys on the road as well. There's about 10 of us in the company, and some of us are office based and some of us work remotely. That's really a bit about us. I personally have used Connect for nearly 8 years for the mobiles, but we weren't using them for our landlines. In fact, we were using another IP phone system. It was based in England, and we had a major problem at the end of last year where it went down for 2 weeks and all calls were being routed to our mobiles. It was very unprofessional and we had no local support. I've already said the phones are crucial. Whilst people go online and look for properties, what they do is they go online, they pick up the phone, they call us. We can't afford to miss calls. The main concern was the transfer of the numbers and the porting of the numbers. We rely on phone calls, and we just couldn't afford to have the phones go down. When we ported over, everything was ready, so the system was in place, our voice recordings were in place, so it was seamless. We knew what was happening the whole way through, and our phones didn't go down for a minute. It was good. With our last provider, we had a lot of complaints and missed calls. We don't have that many staff, and we could have had 4 or 5 incoming calls at one time. They were missed. Now we have call waiting, we have a queuing system, we have an answering service which we never had before. So if everyone is busy or everyone's out on the road, we have one online portal. We can log into the back of the system, we can route calls ourselves. So last week one of the sales manager was actually off on holidays. We could then route the calls from his mobiles and back into the office again. Simple. Obviously we have one bill, which is half of what we used to pay. It's saved on driving times as well, which has been the big thing. So the receptionist was driving 45 minutes, sometimes an hour in the mornings. So she doesn't have to do that now, which means I can ask her to work later. The calls are answered at 6 rather than 5 now. So we've been able to increase opening times because of the system. I've been able to stop coming to the office every day. Once I got the phone installed in my home office, I can see who's online, I can see where they are, I can see who's on calls. So it's made my job a lot easier. Rather than battling traffic every day, I've been able to stay at home and work from there. Because Connect have managed our account for 8 years, and they've always been very proactive in contacting us and making sure we're happy, and we've obviously stayed with them for that reason. They'd known about the issue we were having with the landlines. They'd also known how we wanted to change the business, so all the driving to the office for the sake of driving to the office, and the locality of where we wanted our reception to be. So they knew the issues that we were having, they knew how we wanted to change, and they came up, they used this phrase, better ways of working, which it actually is better ways of working. Saves on our travelling time and or our downtime or wasted time where we don't need to be doing those things. And it was them that came up with this plan and suggested Vodafone One Net Business. And they definitely have given us better ways of working. I definitely recommend Vodafone One Net Business for anyone. It has changed how we do business, and all for the better.